cleaning organization day here. I was just telling Arthur, please bring my pots back up here. Also, all that camping stuff needs to come up here so I can wash it because I want my blankets back. So, can you make sure those two things happen?
Yes. You don't want to stop what you're doing?
No. You want to introduce my mom? Hey, Mom. So y'all probably don't know my mom, a lot of you, because maybe you haven't been here all 4 years we've been filming. But this is my mom. Hi. You don't see her that much because she lives far away and she still has kids at home and parents that she helps take care of, and she's busy. But here she is to help me because my house is trashed. So she's coming to help get everything back into order for me. Right now she's actually cutting me up watermelon.
Yay.
Yummy.
Alright, watch out. Watch out. If he's standing here and you step on that side, this will hit him in the face when it comes up. So please just be careful with it, okay? Have fun though.
Okay. Guys, if I do pop it, I won't get hurt.
Right, and scoot forward if you're scoot forward, or Justice. Right, and scoot forward if you're too heavy. There you go. This goose has been sitting for a long time, and honestly, I've wondered if she's done a good enough job, because early on she was off the nest a ton. More recently she's been real consistent. She's on, I think, 15 eggs if I remember correctly. And I've been wanting to candle them for a few days, so today I'm going to show you a way to candle eggs that you've probably never seen before. I've never done it before. I just made it up on the spur of the moment, so let's check it out. First, I don't want to disturb her too much, but I am going to steal a couple eggs so we can look at them. Okay, she jumped right off the nest, so that's easy. Bring me my plastic bag.
Okay.
I can imagine someone's going to give me a hard time for this. You'll see why. Alright, give me an egg. Here, let me grab an egg. And I'll hold it right up to the sun in this little hole. Alright, let me check this one.
Is it alive?
Hard to say. I think not. I don't think it is, actually. I think those three are bad. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna go get a couple more.
Is it 4?
4 more. Alright, back in the bag.
Can I go in?
Nope, in a minute you can. Here, can you... Don't touch them, please, okay? I appreciate trying to be helpful, but... I don't think any of those eggs are viable. Do you want to see what I'm talking about? Look up on top. I'll show you 3 different eggs, okay? One of them might be viable, 2 of them are not, okay? This egg is rotten. It's just nasty, liquid, big airspace. That's my assessment of this egg, okay? Rotten egg. You can see this airspace up on top. This egg, there's nothing happening in it. Now this could be an egg that is just started. being set on, but this looks like a goose egg that you could just crack and eat. There's no variation, and it's light all the way through. It might be viable, and if it is viable, it's probably very late in the process. It could also just be settled and solidified, and it could be bad. But on this end you see light, and on this end you see all dark, and it's not moving or liquid. So either this egg is just settled, which is not a technical term, and it's gonna rot, or it's about to hatch. And sometimes, if you watch carefully, you can sometimes see like slight amounts of movement. I don't think we'll be able to because it's so dark. All right, I hope that was helpful. That's a little disappointing. Not a huge surprise, but what I'm gonna do, because, well, I may throw the rotten ones out, but basically I'm gonna put them back in. I don't know what these geese are up to. They may hatch a few goslings. I'm not even checking all the eggs. I'm just gonna kind of let nature take its course in regards to this process and just let them sit on the eggs in their nest. I'm curious as to whether this is a new idea, so just leave a comment and let me know whether or not you've ever seen someone candle eggs by climbing into a large black trash bag. We're just headed up for a quick snack and some water before we come back down to work on the castle, AKA root cellar. How's it going?
Slow but steady. It's quite the job. Every piece of every game of every toy set is like scattered to the four winds. So.
Something else I need to do today is fix Brianna's car. I went to the auto parts store and I said I need, well, let me start at the beginning of the story. We were at the Roads for the rooted premiere. On the way home, I lost power steering and the battery light came on kind of all at once, and I said, oh, that's the serpentine belt. So the serpentine belt had, what happened? This is what happened. We ended up on the side of the road at a shopping center at 10 o'clock at night. Spent forever, one, recharging my battery in the Lowe's parking lot, and two, getting the serpentine belt back on. And some guys from Lowe's, honestly, they got off work and they spent an hour helping me. We got the belt back on without a serpentine belt tool because we didn't have one. But what I figured out is the alternator, there's an alternator mount bolt right here. What I'm trying to do, you can't see it. It sheared off. And what happened is the alternator was tilted and it allowed that belt to pop off. So we got it back on, the car was working, we got it started. We made it like 10 miles down the road and the alternator belt popped off again. Long story short, we did make it home. It involved jumping into some wild man's truck who I'd never met, just who pulled up on the side of the road, huge diesel truck, and having him ride me home, and I got our other van. We made it home at like 2 in the morning. Long story short, yesterday I went down to the side of the road, put the serpentine belt, a new one, back on, and back to the bolts. The auto parts store sold me these bolts, and none of them are even close. So now I know exactly what size bolt I need. The auto parts store doesn't have it, but they have one that's the same size, but it's like 3 millimeters too long, and they have one that's 2 millimeters too short. So one of those, either with a file or just 2 millimeters short, will work. But until then, this car just needs to stay right there. It drives, but that belt will just come off. It kind of leaves me wondering, why did the alternator mount bolt shear off? I don't know. I've heard of it happening with these vans. Okay, on to the castle. I think the castle's looking great. It happened really fast. You know, all this progress from pouring that footer to framing the roof and getting the roof on this one side, it all happened, I think it was like in 8 or 9 days. So first today, and I say that like I might get something else done, which I always have high hopes. We're gonna work on getting the metal roof on this side. We're putting this guide on. This just works as a guide for the bottom of the roofing, a spacer so it sticks down as far as I want, and a spot for me to stand on. I got that board and I'll show you how it works. The roofing is going to come down right here, and then this little spacer determines how far it extends beyond the framing. And I've got just over an inch, so it'll come down all the way to this board, just like on this other side. So I have this nice even overhang here, and then a straight edge on the bottom that I'm working from. Look at that, I can't believe a bird would poop on my brand new metal roof. And there's more. It's like they just saw it. It's like a target to them. It is almost too bright to do this job at this hour on this, basically the south side. Look what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at, just extreme, overblown bright. And it's pretty much too hot to touch. I mean, you can touch it for a few seconds, but then it will start burning you. So it makes it a little challenging. I guess I probably have gloves. I have gloves everywhere. I just have one more piece to put on and I have to cut it. And I designed it so my cut edges would be on the front where no one can really reach them, so they don't cut their hands wide open. So I have to climb up there and get some numbers. Okay, the roof is on. That calls for a moment of celebration. Yay! All right, let's keep working. Really, it is a big deal though, because I've just been wanting to get this done for days, and it's been so fun getting here, and it's finally on. It's a big step. Not totally done yet though. I gotta get the ridge cap on before the roof is really done. So I don't exactly know how to do it. I've actually never done one before. Yeah, I don't know. It may be hard because I have to kind of get up on it, I think. What did you say? Alrighty, I'm gonna climb down.
What?
I'm gonna climb down, stand back in case my tool falls.
Yes.
Alrighty, now we can celebrate. We got the roof on it, and just in time, because I am starving hungry, and I want to go eat some lunch. It's like 1:15, a little late. Now I'm hungry again, buddy. It's looking sharp. Probably eventually put a coating on that roof or paint or something once it weathers a little.
It's bright. B for bright. For 0, 1.
Yeah.
I was nice.
Got your girl, got your truck. It's like our first date. Well, not our first date, but
It wasn't this messy on our first date.
no, it was immaculate.
So your house cleaning is going good?
Yeah, as long as I can keep my eyes open.
You kind of look pregnant.
Going. I know, I do. I am pregnant. Wow, that's cool.
We're going to get your car. The sickening irony that we came down to get the car that wasn't broken from the side of the road because I used it to pick up the car that was broken, which is now at home, and this battery is completely dead, and so we're just sitting here. All the lights were on. All of the lights were on. The kids were with me when I was doing that job. Is that funny or what?
What's funny because whenever you jumped it, you realized the kids left every light in the car on.
Every single, like all the overhead lights were on.
I guess it was daytime when you brought them down here to get the other van, so you probably didn't even see the lights on. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was so bright. It just means we get a longer date.
That's right.
You over there, me over here.
It's kind of like a drive-in movie.
In separate vehicles.
Meeting a girl at a drive-in movie.
What's up?
Hey, honey.
I just thought of something really funny. What if like we were strangers and you were like hitting on me at the drive-in, and then I like get out of the car, you know, and you like see my pregnant belly, and then you're like, oh, never mind.
All right, she started up.
Woo!
I got my bolt, but it's a 25 millimeter, not a 22 millimeter. I guess only Honda makes this a 22 millimeter. It's an odd size. Just, we don't need to push it. We're not pushing it. We don't need to push it right now. We pushed a car the other day. That was fun, wasn't it? Some of you who are mechanically inclined, and I would say I am not, honestly. That's the truth. You see me fixing this, but I'm terrible at fixing cars. But I guess I figure it out as I go. Are gonna say, wait, the bolt sheared off. So what happened? The alternator is wiggling like a loose tooth in here, and the serpentine belt essentially became loose, and the alternator cocked sideways just enough that it popped off. So I'm replacing a bolt. Those of you who've done automotive work, you're saying, well, the bolt sheared off. Like, you can't just put a bolt in, you have to get it out. The piece of bolt that was broken off was still sticking out, and I actually was able to remove it with my fingers. Incredibly and thankfully. All right, where are we going? And I left it in there yesterday so that the whole thing wouldn't be flopping. So I'm gonna try to get it out with the tension of the belt on it now. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I even can. I might have to get pliers down in there.
Dad, I'm gonna die too.
You gonna help me?
Yeah.
You might be able to. You could probably get your hand right down in there, right? But you wouldn't know what to do when you did.
That doesn't help me.
No, I want you to stay right where you're at, okay? You're in a great place right there. I got it. Got that little booger. I also got my finger full force in my pliers. It took an hour, but I got the bolt in. I didn't have the right length extension, so I didn't have a free swing for my wrench, and you should be able to drive your car though.
Yay.
Without that belt falling off.
Let's hope so. I think I'm going to make you take it on a test drive or two.
Sure.
So I don't get stuck on the side of the road somewhere. Give me some eggs before. Oh yeah, we forgot Nana's eggs. Hey Walter, get in Nana's car.
Get in, buddy. You're not Bubba.
Do you see the root cellar? I thought you might want to see the inside of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working on framing out this window. This is one of the last things I'm going to do before I stop having fun with this project and start finishing this right here, which ties into this project. Did I put that window too high? The reason I put it that high is because I was thinking about a 2-year-old standing up in there and his waist height and him falling out of it.
His head's right here.
I think it's good for it to be high because it'll mean rain won't blow in as much. I'll leave it right there. It'll be great. Like this. You're gonna put it on the wall right here. Don't put it on the wall yet. Go higher. Go higher.
Then you're gonna take off the tape?
Yep, exactly. Justice, come here. You might want to see it.
Bo, come look at this. It's so cool.
It didn't come out perfect because I had painted above it some already. I got sloppy before I even put the tape on. I'm even using nails from the old barn when I put this old wood up here. What? Okay, you get the idea. It's gonna be beautiful. We gotta wrap up though. It's 8:20. I kept the kids out down here late. Joyful's done an awesome job sealing this side of the shed.
What? I'm hungry, Dad. Can I have a bowl? I'm starving. My belly's like ginormous.
I know you're hungry. I'll get
Get
you.
a fruit or vegetable first.
What are you guys doing?
We're massaging.
What are those, leg massagers?
Yeah.
That is silly.
This one's for your back, but it does like more like into the muscle.
Do those massage or just squeeze and release?
They just squeeze and release.
Oh, those are like medical. Those are
They feel
sequential
good.
compression devices.
I know, but they feel good. I was sitting here, I had those around my legs and this on my back, and I was sitting here paying our bills. So I got all of our bills paid.
You deserve a massager.
Today I worked really hard, so I was really tired.